Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us today. Today we have a member of the Female Physician Entrepreneurs, Dr. Asbasia, who's going to be talking to us about, I consider it Dress for Success. She started a new company, and I had seen it on Facebook, and I thought that this would be an opportunity for her to come share about herself, her story, how she got started, and more importantly, how she can help us, look better and feel our best. So please go ahead and introduce yourself, Dr. Asbasia. I know I'm not saying your name correctly, but please.
Perfect. No problem. First of all, thank you, Sharon, for seeking me out and inviting me to speak on your podcast. It's an honor to be speaking with you and your audience. My name is Asbasia Mikhail, and I'm an emergency medicine physician. I finished residency back in 98, so I've been doing this for a while. Let me just tell you a little bit about my journey and how I got to this point, because it's really about my own story and my own struggles. And I feel like the best things come out of your own stories. And so, but the bottom line is that I'd always been in tune with myself and looking good and trying to look sharp. And obviously when you don't have kids and you're single, it's a lot easier to go shopping. And back in the day, online shopping wasn't really a big thing. And so it was, it became harder after I dove into work. I was basically engulfed in my career, and I had two kids. They were young, they were young at the time. But my body had changed in ways that I had never imagined. And I remember, like, when we had that free night to go out, or when we were invited somewhere, I would stand in front of my closet, and although it was full and almost like busting at the seams, I felt like I had nothing to wear, and things didn't fit me the same anymore. And it was really after that happened a few times, I just thought to myself, gosh, I am really struggling here. It shouldn't have to be this hard. And I don't know, as a physician or a science person, it wasn't really natural for me. And I didn't grow up with sisters. It wasn't very natural for me to kind of call up friends and say, what are you wearing? Or can you help me figure out? But this was the first time where I felt like I needed that professional help. So I remember thinking, gosh, what if because I had so many pieces in my closet that I would just buy, and then I'd get home and they didn't look the way I thought they would look when I put it together. So I thought, what if I took a photo of some of the things that I bought, and I can maybe shoot it to my friend and she could just put outfits together because she was style minded. And then I thought, well, she's busy too. She's got little kids too. She's not going to be able to help me out. And then that was the aha moment where I thought, what if there was somebody in the cloud that I could reach out to, and I wouldn't have to go over to their place and pick out clothes. They would just pick things out for me and send me photos of things that would work out for me. And that's basically when the idea came to me about the STIL Trust and having a personal stylist that you can reach out to, that was virtual but real, that was really invested in having you look and feel your best. So however, at that time, my kids were really small, and I was very busy with work and with them. And so I just didn't have the time or even the finances to even think about taking on a business like this. I did actually look online when, the internet was now in full gear. And I remember trying to look for something like this online, but I couldn't find it. So I basically kind of struggled for several years. And then my kids were a little older. I got invited to go to an entrepreneur workshop. And it was there that I thought to myself, if I don't do this, I will forever regret it. And because I feel like that when you look and feel your best and make it easy for people to do it, easy for people like us who are so busy and taking care of patients, or whatever profession you're in that's kind of keeping you tied up constantly, and then you have your family, it's very hard to kind of go out there and shop for yourself and put outfits together. And so the bottom line is that, when you look and feel your best, it really brings out not just the best in you, but it armors you with this confidence that you didn't even know you had, that that you just almost feel like you can take on the world. And not only that, you feel good about yourself, and it has a sort of positive magnetic effect, and you bring out the best in other people as well. So that's when the journey started. That was back in 2016, where I really started going, really was very serious about it. And I got a patent for one of our services. And then in 2017 is when I built my team together and just started moving forward. But it took a while to build this site, because it's basically incorporated Zoom-like capabilities before anybody even knew what Zoom was. So it was going to be a very progressive website. So we were scheduled to launch in June of 2020. And as you know, we had a little pandemic that really just shook our world and shook the way people get dressed, and actually changed the way people kind of looked at clothes. So it has, I'm not going to go into the details, but literally COVID came and just changed everything and really put my business on pause, because even I was on the front line and I couldn't, really even think about my business. I kind of had to put it on the back burner. Back then we were just hoping we would live, when you were on the front line and didn't really know much about the disease, and you're just like, I just hope I make it through. So it wasn't really until like about 2023 that I started kind of sort of rebuilding the website. And so I started rebuilding the website, but by then technology had advanced so much that even though it was a very progressive site to begin with, it was now lacking because of how fast technology had moved forward. So during this time, I've been sort of working with a web development team, doing some experiments, and I feel like we finally have it right. So I am proud to announce that the STIL Trust is the new website has launched, and we've already helped so many people even before the new site came along. But we've not only helped so many people, I feel like we've transformed people's lives. I know it's done amazing things for me, and I want to share that with the world. I want everybody to feel what I'm feeling. And I don't feel like everybody thinks, well, you're an emergency medicine doctor. How does that tie in with a fashion, like styling, like what? And I tell people, like, it's not really that far off, because I mean, here we are in the ER helping people physically get better. And the STIL Trust is just kind of closing that loop and making you feel great about yourself on the outside. As I personally feel like, it's great to be healthy, but if you don't feel good about how you feel, I don't feel like you're fully healthy. So.
Yeah, it's funny. I always feel like, well, not always, but people have a lot to say, like good or bad. It doesn't really matter. It has to feel good to us. And if you know that you're helping others, that's all that matters, right?
Right. So, let me see. I was going to share
Yeah,
some.
absolutely. At the bottom of it, there should be like a rectangle with an arrow pointing up.
Oh, you mean for a share screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to share the website with you
Yeah, please. Whatever you
okay.
think that, like, for those
Okay.
audiences watching this again, if they don't come tonight, how they
Okay.
can most benefit. So please, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, I wanted to just express like the mission too. I mean, people always wonder, well, what is it that you're doing? And it's not just personal styling. It's really helping you also make the most out of what you own. So when I mentioned that I got a patent for one of my services, it's called a style match. And so you may purchase an item online because you really loved it, or you might have passed by a store window and saw a beautiful shirt or a beautiful skirt, and you bought it thinking that it was going to look great with whatever you had at home, and only come to find that when you got home, it just didn't look anything like what you had imagined. And so the style match is a service where the stylist will take that item. You can send them a photo of the item and then a photo of you wearing it if you want, and they will create outfits around it. And they will create outfits using brand new items or even items from your closet. So that's the nice thing about that. We also have personal styling. So if you want to start from scratch and you just say, you know what, my closet's kind of empty, I haven't really had time to shop, I wear scrubs all the time, or I wear a uniform all the time, they will put together outfits and capsules for you that will carry you through the season or through the month, depending on how often or how frequent you meet with the stylist. And so the whole point of this is not really to push products on our clients. It's really helping them, number one, understand what their personal style is, because not every look appeals to every person, and it may look great, but it may not bring you that confidence that you're searching for. So they really work to make sure that they help you understand and find your personal style. And then they also work with what you already have. Obviously, they will always advise you when they think that items in your closet may not be right for you. And that's why we also have a closet detox. And that's a one-time session where they will sit down with you, and it's all done virtually, and you'll show them items in your closet, and they'll tell you what you should keep and what you should discard. And as you're deciding what you're going to keep, you're going to take just a quick photo of what you're going to keep. And at the end of the session, they'll create a few outfits for you based on what you've shown them. And they'll also recommend staples that weren't in your closet that will enhance what you already have. And then at the end of the session, you'll send them the photos and they'll upload it into your virtual closet. So not only do you organize your physical closet, but when you sign on to our service, you get access to your own virtual closet where you can upload the items you already own. So I'm sort of giving you a brief summary of what we offer. So I can let me just go to my site and just make sure that it's ready, that I can. Do you have any questions for me so far?
Well, we talked about determining your personal style. How is that done in a nutshell?
Okay. Well, the stylist will meet with you. First of all, when you sign on, you'll take a brief quiz, and then you'll take an even more in-depth quiz, answer a few more in-depth questions afterwards. But you're kind of giving the stylist an idea of what your body shape is like, your measurements, what items you gravitate to, what colors you gravitate to, and then they'll ask you about certain, in terms of style, who you kind of look up to in terms of style. And then they will kind of sit down with you and say, well, based on your body measurements and based on your shape and based on your preferences, here's what we think will here's what we think will match your style. So they'll work with you and sort of form your personal style. And sometimes they're just starting to get to know you, so maybe the first couple of times when they form outfits for you, it's it may not be exactly what they're just sort of learning. It's a learning process. So within a few weeks to a couple months, they've really gotten it down so that you may not even have to meet with them. You just tell them, listen, I'm going to this event. Can you create this outfit for me? And they know you. And so they know exactly how to, what to create for you. And not only that, because you've seen what they've created for you and you know what works for you, it's so much easier for you on your own when you're not with a stylist to kind of put outfits together for yourself as well. So that's the quiz and meeting with the stylist is basically how they determine your own personal style. So I'm looking for the screen. For some reason, I am losing I can't seem to find the screen anymore. Let's see here. I switched over to, I'm sorry, I can't, there, okay.
You good?
Oh, there we are. Okay, yes, I was looking for the icon. Okay, so let me share screen. So I'm sorry. So which area? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Okay. No. Sorry, I'm not sure what's happening here.
That's okay. I think that make sure that there's nothing on your screen that you don't want to show us, and then share the entire screen. That usually works the best. It's like, make sure you're
Okay.
open to like your website, make sure it's as large as it can go, so anything behind it is not shown publicly, and then share your entire screen. You'll have the option of sharing.
Can you see my screen?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm having difficulty
In
here.
your chat, go ahead and tell me, like, put the website in. I'll share it.
Okay. All right, hold on.
You saw my message chat here. You could also send it to me how we've been talking on Facebook. You can
Okay.
and then I can also get it there.
I don't normally have this kind of trouble with
It's fine.
Okay. Okay. I sent it to you.
I got it. Sec.
Oh, I see. There's chat. Is this? Yeah, I think that it's just a different system that I'm just not used to. So I apologize for that.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Angela, how are you doing? All right. So from here, this is the website here. From a business point of view, I have to say that you have a pop-up and it's 20% off, which is great for anybody that has a website. Okay, guys, you definitely should be using. I know some people say pop-ups are annoying, but over and over again, they've been shown to work. So you're asking for a phone number. My guess is that you send text messages as well, SMS, which is good
that
for
is the hope.
advertising as well. Not everyone is opening up their emails and all of that. All right, you tell me where you want me to go. This is the website itself. I like how popping and all of, like the different changes.
So essentially, it's basically letting you know, like, the items from the client's closet and how the stylist put it together for them. So this, the skirt was in her closet, so the stylist put this outfit together for her. For instance, it's not pointing at the right spot, but the leather pants were in her closet, so the stylist put that together. The bottom line is that, like I said, the stylist can create a brand new outfit for you using all new items They can put an outfit together for you using items you already own completely, or a combination of both. And they'll always ask you, you know, before you meet with them or when you meet with them, how would you like, what would you like your looks to contain? So we have a subscription model. So we have a classic membership. So if you scroll down and go further down, so you're a stylist. So we have a classic membership if you click on that. Right. So this is a monthly subscription where you will take the quiz, get matched with your stylist, and then you will meet with your stylist once a month, and they will curate a couple looks for you per month, plus a seasonal capsule for the season. So a capsule meaning a set of items that you can mix and match for that particular season that and they will make sure that they include items for different events that are happening for you during that season. So something we've added that we didn't have previously was a chat service. So let's say you're pretty good at, so if you go to the chat membership, let's say you're pretty good at putting outfits together, but sometimes you're not sure which shoes to match with which outfit, or you're not even sure which dress to wear for a particular event, or whatever it is. You can chat with your stylist and you can tell them, hey, listen, I'm doing this, this, and this. And through the web app, you can send them a message, you can send them photos, and they will respond and tell you what, exactly like, oh, well, we think this color dress looks better on you for this event, or these shoes look better for you, or these accessories will go with this outfit. So just literally styling advice at your fingertips. But if you just buy the chat service alone, you're just getting sort of that chat feature. Now, if you have a subscription, a monthly subscription, that chat feature is also available to you in addition to getting your outfit. So let's say you bought one of the outfits that the stylist recommended to you, but you're not sure how it's coming together. You can chat with your stylist and say, hey, listen, this is how it looks, and but I'm not sure about it. What do you think? And they will give you further, it's all encompassing service, basically. Now, the classic membership is you meet with them once a month. And when I say you meet with them, it doesn't mean that you have to meet with them, because we give you the option of just filling out a survey since you've met with them the first time, that you can just say, hey, listen, I'm not going to be meeting with you, but here are the events that I want you to style me for. And they'll create the looks for you. Now, if you have a Luxe membership, you technically you meet with them twice a month, or get 2 sets of looks, plus you get a capsule every month. And that's really for that person who's really out and about, who really needs to, maybe they have speaking events, they have different events that are happening every week where they need certain outfits. So they will get 4 looks a month, plus a wardrobe capsule every month. Do you know does that make sense, a capsule, or do you want me to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I want you to finish here, but then I want you to also like give tips and all. Like, it's great to hear about your business, but also provide value to the women that are going to be listening, as far as like Dress for Success. Like, what are the things that you've learned about style for someone who feels frumpy, not good about themselves? Like, what are some things that they can start doing today, right now, even though they may not use your services? Sometimes it's just a matter of getting value. Like, I always look at this as a business point of view, like that's why we do like maybe an ebook or a workshop, something free, where you make those connections. You get, like you had in the top, like 20% off, and give me your email or whatnot, and then build that connection. And so
I see.
I also want you to that as well. But go ahead. We were talking about
Right.
Alexi.
So
And
I think Yeah, so the bottom line is that we've really expanded our services to make it available for you so that you don't really have to worry about it. It just comes to you, and everything, your looks come to you, the chat's available for you on your at the tip of your fingertips, and you basically, we're trying to take the struggle out of getting ready, the struggle out of figuring out what to wear. Now, if you are in a position where you're feeling like, hey, I'm not sure, I have these events, the advice that I can give to the audience that I've learned through my stylists um, are basically number one, just because an outfit looks beautiful and you may not feel like you can pull it off, that's the number one thing that you have to eliminate from your head. If you have to say, if you love it and you want to wear it, I think that was a big thing for me. I always felt like I couldn't pull it off. Like there was something in me that was keeping me from putting on that glamorous dress on, or putting on that colorful suit, or putting on those earrings that I thought were too much, but only to realize that it was myself stopping me from looking my best. It's because maybe my confidence was, maybe it's a self-defeating, but the bottom line is you have to say to yourself, I want to look my best. I love that outfit. I'm going to put it on and look my best in it, because I felt like I couldn't pull it off. So I feel like that's the first thing. You have to be able to tell yourself, I I can look good. I deserve to look this good. And there's no reason why you shouldn't. So that's the first thing. The next thing, that the stylist basically advised me to do is to kind of go through my closet and decide, like, if I haven't really worn things in a long time, or I'm holding on to them because I think I'm going to lose the weight, or, because there are things that I just can't fit into anymore, it's okay to get rid of it and start over again. Because, chances are things are styles have moved on. So you probably will get something a little more in style if you just kind of get rid of that and find something that fits you well. So number one, the next thing I want to tell your audience is that it's very, very important to find things that fit you the right way. Don't try to fit into that tight those tight jeans or that tight dress, because if you're not comfortable in what you're wearing, it will show, and it will affect your confidence, and it will affect your ability to dress for success, because people will feel your discomfort. It does come out whether you think it or not. And so it's very important to make sure that when you buy items, make sure that they fit you well and that you feel comfortable in them. Because as soon as you don't feel comfortable in them, that's when you basically are, you start losing that confidence, and you exude that discomfort to the rest. The other thing is, be organized and make sure that you know where to find your items, because if your clothing is organized, and I tend to organize mine by item and by color, then I know exactly where to look for certain things. And I'm throwing this in there, but our virtual closet also helps, because you can easily go through your virtual closet without having to go into your physical closet and just say, well, I have this event coming up, and you'd be surprised at how many times you forget you have certain items. And so it's very important to stay organized and know where your clothes are so you can find them when you're getting ready. Some people suggest, like, for the week, if you are that person. For me, it's not a big of an issue because I wear scrubs a lot. But if you are that person that does not wear scrubs, but is wearing professional outfits during the week, and then more different different outfits for different outings on the weekend, it might not be a bad idea to kind of have a rack where you're going to wear what you're going to wear for the rest of the week. So kind of have it organized before the week, so that getting ready in the morning is very easy, and you can just, what you kind of have an idea of what you're going to be wearing every day, and it's all separated for that week out of your closet so that you can reach for it and just put it on and you know what you're going to wear. So those are the big things that, you know, I've learned a lot from my stylist. And I think also knowing what colors suit you best too. I know there are a lot of color analysis apps that are out there that are free that you can use, that kind of help you determine what are the best colors for you. So that's another thing that our stylists help us work through. So I may love a certain color, but it just doesn't seem to love me back when I put it on. And so you have to think about, how's this, like if I have a Zoom meeting, how's it going to come off on the Zoom? How, if I'm speaking in front of an audience, are they going to be focused on me, or are they going to be focused on what I'm wearing? It all has to kind of blend together so that they hear you, but they see that you look your best and you are exuding that confidence. So
All
is there
right.
anything?
I know what I wanted to do now, and we can go back to your website, but I like to do
Uh-huh.
it. Well, are there any questions too that I would ask from the group? Always important, I think, as well, to look the part. You know, you are all about styling. So then I wonder, you know, do you feel the need to always dress up? I'm going to pull your Facebook. Great
Mhm.
outfit there. Let me just move us out of the way. I'd gone through this already before we spoke. Uh,
Mhm.
but one of the things that you want to do is, and I love this picture here, the dress, very pretty. Love the
Thank
shoes.
you.
Like you just played the part, which I think is with any business, right? We talk about that. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to say it, I do think it's important to walk the walk and talk the talk. So if you're all about style, then the pictures that you're putting out there to the world, if you are promoting on your Facebook, essentially has to go with what you're selling, right? So
Mhm.
I try to make this like an educational thing as well, for everybody.
Mhm.
And just a couple more things, you know, definitely have you about your website, about you. You've done like a lot of talks here. Is this a podcast? What is this? When I see,
Right. So we call it a style chat. So if you want to, we have a Facebook group hub. It's called the STIL Trust Hub. And all of our style chats live there as well as on YouTube. But when we have, it's once a month, and we broadcast it through Facebook Live. So it is live when we're doing it. But it will live on our Facebook page for only a certain amount of time now. It used to live indefinitely, but they've removed that. So now before it gets removed, it lives on our YouTube page indefinitely. So we have a YouTube channel, and I've had the opportunity, as being a sponsor at different events. I've had this amazing opportunity to meet such wonderful women who aren't in medicine, but who are entrepreneurs. So I've been able to meet with them and chat with them about their entrepreneurial journey. And so those are the kind of guests that we have in our style chat. And when we're not doing that, we'll have episodes of like summer trends, or what are the items you should have for summer, winter trends. So the things that are happening for that particular season. And then we did have an episode where we had many of our stylists on, so that people can get to see our stylists and meet them and get to know them. And we talked about our new website and the services that we offer. And so those are the kind of things that we've had on our style chat. And it's not necessarily a podcast because it's very visual. So it has to sort of be watched and not really, I mean, you can listen to it, but I think we have a lot of visuals on our style chats. So that's why we do a Facebook Live. So
excellent. Love the pictures as well.
thank
Really
you.
together very nicely. The whole website is absolutely gorgeous, very
Thank
dynamic.
you. Thank you.
Anything else you want to mention about your business in this section here or in the closet detox?
So before I wanted to tell the audience, since, this is an entrepreneurial kind of site, podcast and site, is that you really have to have a good team. You really have to uh, um, build your village and make sure that you have the right teammates working with you. I started off with one team, but they aren't necessarily the same team that I'm ending up with. And some of that was because some people had to move on. Some of that was because I had to find people that were the right fit. And some of it was because of financials. I couldn't afford certain web developers versus others. So it's been a journey. And uh, I'll tell you something. When I first started this journey, I thought, well, I'll just get the website together. And as soon as everybody hears about it, oh my gosh, everybody's going to join and it's going to be amazing. And like, I thought, well, what else? I mean, I'm pretty good at what I do. What else do you need to know? But I couldn't have been so much further from the truth, because it wasn't like that at all. I didn't realize how much it took to really be an entrepreneur and to have a business and marketing and developers and advertisements and people. I have learned so much. I wish I knew now what what I didn't know then, but I wish what I know now I knew then. It would have been a completely different path, but I'm glad I'm here finally. And don't don't hesitate to seek help. Um, Sometimes it's okay to seek out a help from a business coach who has helped other companies before, because they can make a huge impact on. I literally like to say that I was at one point after COVID where I felt like I was almost falling off of a cliff, because I had continued to spend money on ads, thinking COVID was going to only last for about 3 months, until I realized, like, oh my gosh, this is lasting much longer than I had imagined. And I got the help of a business coach who really helped me kind of trim the fat, helped me see where I was wasting money, and really got me back on track. So my advice in terms of, for other entrepreneurs watching this is, please, just because you're great at what you do, whether it's in medicine or whatever profession you're in, it doesn't mean you're going to be a great business leader. Seek out the help from a business leader to help you with things that you're not familiar with. So, but yeah, I wanted to share that with you because I felt like my business coach really saved me from falling off the cliff. I was that close, but the crazy thing is I didn't even know it until I sought their help. So, yeah.
What made you seek their help?
So, okay, it's an interesting story. The Sharks Discovery team, we had a PR, a wire that went out when our website launched. So the Sharks Discovery team reached out to me and they said, we saw your announcement, we saw your website, and we want to work with you. We want to, do a commercial for you. And I don't know if you know the Sharks Discovery. It's founded by Kevin Harrington, who was one of the original sharks on Shark Tank. So they reached out to me but they were like, well, what do you sell? What is your website? And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? What is my web? Didn't you get that from the website? And then I realized that sometimes you can be so immersed in your own website and you know it like the back of your hand, but you don't realize when other people are visiting that it may not look like that to them because they're not familiar with the product. And if you don't have the right messaging, then you lose people right away. So that's when that person asked me, I said, I am shocked that you're asking me this. So that's when I actually went and asked for second opinions. And that's how I got connected to a business coach, because they said, it looks like you're on the right track, but it looks like you need some guidance. And I wasn't ashamed to ask for it. I was like, yes, I need that. If you can help me, I would definitely appreciate that. And that's how that came about. So.
Excellent. Anything else that you want to add?
Well, the last thing I want to add is that, I mean, dressing for success and being the best that you can be is great, but as a physician, my goal has always been to help people, right? To really be there for the people who need you. And as an emergency medicine physician, I have seen the problem with homelessness. I've seen the problem with um, patients who are struggling either with domestic violence or it's just it it's hard to see because I don't feel like there's any good program out there for them. I don't feel like we've gotten it right with homelessness. I don't feel like, I mean, there are great women's shelters out there. So I feel like they're finally, um, I feel like women do have a safe place to go to. But one of the things with the closet detox, for instance, that I am trying to hopefully achieve is to have a connection with different women's shelters across the state, the nation, where women who use our services and who do go through a closet detox can actually take the clothes that they're going to discard and donate it to these women's shelters. And then the women who are there could actually use our services for free. That's something that I would like to accomplish. And then I have big ideas about solving the homeless issue. So that's always been something that I would hope that that some profits would go to developing a program that works for them, because I don't think we're doing it right. And poverty and mental health and illness with these people go hand in hand. And so, and lack of education. So it would take a village to really help this population. So that's something I hope to help, be a part of, hopefully. So
What state are you in?
I'm in California.
Okay. So one of the things that you can consider doing is like a sober house for women who are, doing, there's usually mental health associated with sobriety as well. Like that's why they end up sometimes, addicted. And then on top of that, not all the sober homes do, but maybe you want to look into sober homes that require the members to do some volunteer work and or working, because then they would need clothes to get out. It wouldn't necessarily be the clothes that they're, I hate to say lounging around in, but those clothes really wouldn't work in a professional type of setting. So that's what comes to mind for that. If you can make some connections that way. I do believe that you've got a really good idea as far as styling, with these women and then offering those services as well. So I definitely see you going into some like some of the even the foundations and stuff or fundraisers, and it would be great for networking for your business as well, like right, because that's all part of this is like you can't unless there's a profit, you don't have a business. So part, like it, although you want to give and you should, it's also a matter of doing it strategically so that you're building connections you're building connections during all of this. Let me see. There's a question or a chat. Missed the first part. Would be very helpful to use your existing wardrobe to have a website. Yes, and let me put that website there so that you could take a look at that.
I'm going to try to share my screen again because I would really love to share, because when you sign on, you get your own profile. So your own profile dashboard, basically. And on that dashboard, your outfits that have been created for you live, your stylist, who your chat service lives, and also your virtual closet where you keep items that you already own. And that's your stylist will have access to the virtual closet. So that's how they know what you have. If for any reason you haven't had a chance to upload everything, but you want them to put items together, you can always send the photos through the chat service so they know, hey, please incorporate these items into the outfits that you're going to build. So I'm going to try one more time. Allow
arrow up, right?
Yeah.
And
Allow to share screen,
and then,
share entire screen. And then So I'm not sure why it's doing that. It does this thing here. Yeah, so let me see here. Share
Do it for a sec. When I
share window.
that, it says, nope, to the right of window is entire screen.
Okay.
You got that?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, hold on. Let me stop
When you
presenting.
get that, and then
Okay, so I have to say, if for some reason I get a pop-up that says allow to share window, allow to share screen, don't allow. So I'm going to say allow to share screen, correct? Okay, so
entire
allow to share
screen.
screen, and then it says share entire screen,
Yep.
but then I have to go to, maybe I have to have it open on a separate,
After you do the entire screen, you can kind of highlight that in pink, at least in my screen, and then right underneath it, you'll see the entire screen, but you actually have to click on that.
let's see.
I'm going to take a screenshot and send it to you.
No. Yeah. What, all right, share entire screen. And then, okay, now can you see or
Yeah,
no?
perfect.
Oh, you can see it. Okay, great. So you're getting a look into my virtual closet. So basically you get your own virtual closet and you can basically filter. There are a lot of filters here. So I can look at all the pants that I have. I can filter by color. I can say blue, all the blue pants that I have, or I can just say all categories and it'll pick up everything blue that I have. So this is how the stylist will go through your closet and match things for you. But everything is organized into different categories. So let me just take these all colors. So everything from your handbags, to your jewelry. And then, you can subcategorize that as just, I want to just see my necklaces or my earrings. So this is how the stylist will go through your closet and kind of help pick out what's right for you. So let me see there. Now it's doing it again. Okay. How do I close this now?
At the top, just say stop sharing.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got a little nervous there. So that was the inside look to my closet. So it's nice because your things are kind of all in your closet, in your physical closet. Everything's on hangers and it's not very visible to you. And you kind of have to go through things to find certain items. But this is nice because if you're ever like wondering, like, okay, I have what event, any event on the weekend. So we're going to a barbecue on Saturday and I'm not really sure. I know that, one thing I forgot to show you is the outfits. Okay. So let me share my screen again. I know how to do it now, I think. Share entire screen. And then, okay, do you see it now?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, so these are certain looks. Like for instance, I am going to be a sponsor at an event next Friday, and it is a soiree en blanc, meaning that it's a I'm going to see this. So I told her for this I wanted some brand new items, and she put this outfit together for me. And you can see here, like everything is listed here, but if I actually wanted to purchase it, I could just go to the website. Let's see if it's still there. I did actually get this outfit, by the way, but I can purchase it from there, or I can go back. And then I was going to also show you the wardrobe capsule. You're going to see my capsule here. So, so she basically put this, can you see it?
Yep.
I'm going to try to, okay. So she put several tops together, some bottoms, and dresses and shoes that I could just kind of pick at and put together very easily, so that it just makes getting ready easy. So these tops are, I'm sorry, these items all go with each other, but it basically takes the thinking out of what am I going to wear. So it just gives you ideas. Do I have to follow this? No, but it's nice because sometimes I'm so busy working and doing several shifts and doing administrative things that I don't necessarily think about what I'm gonna wear. I know that
No, I think
that
it
may,
makes sense.
yeah. So
Yeah.
those are my outfits, and then this is the style quiz. So you take a style quiz basically, and you can they ask you questions about your figure, your style, your budget. So you're probably wondering, like, how do they know what to pick out for you? Well, you're gonna give them a budget that they have to stick to if you want brand new items. And then there's some goals here about they ask you different questions about what you're hoping to accomplish through these outfits and your style, and just getting to know you a little bit more. So all this is basically your style profile. So I'm going to, and it tells me how many sessions I have, and the next session is on July 9th. And so I know that I know exactly what's happening with my sessions, because I am a Lux member of my own service.
I think she'll be back. Asi, she probably hit the there you are.
Okay. I actually clicked off. Sorry. I was trying to click back on and I clicked off by accident. So
Really good on as far as leaving or like departing. What's the biggest mistake that you see women make as far as style goes?
I think there are a few things that people do. I think the first one is not feeling like you can wear certain things. I think y- not allowing yourself to look your best. And like I said, that is one of the things our stylists really help you with, actually, because they put outfits together for me. And maybe like 5 years ago, I would have looked at that white outfit and be like, no, that's absolutely not. I don't think I could. But it helped me. They said, no, you could totally. Why do you feel that way? This would look great on you. And so just getting out of that mentality of feeling like you can't pull off certain things. Um, Other mistakes are, always saving things and not wearing them. I mean, it's in your closet. If it makes you feel good, wear it. You don't have to have an occasion to look your best, to feel your best, to wear your whatever makes you feel good about yourself. And then also, like, buying things that just you're not comfortable, that are too tight and don't fit you right. I think that's also a big mistake, or holding on to things that, or buying things that you that don't fit you and think, well, I'm going to fit into this one day. You should buy what fits you now, because life is now. And I get a lot of women who tell me, I love your service, but I'm going to lose like 10 pounds first, or I'm going to lose 30 pounds first before I start using your service. But I want you to know that I feel like that is not the right way to think, because you're keeping yourself from really looking and feeling your best. You're postponing your happiness and your quality of life. I feel like it plays a huge part in your quality of life. And when I started this business, when we finally launched, I was actually 30 pounds heavier than 30, maybe almost 35 pounds heavier than I am right now. And I did not let that stop me. I used to be one of those people who are like, oh, I'm not going to buy anything new until I lose the weight. But if I had done that, I wouldn't have been looking my best and feeling my best these entire 5 years. And so I I feel like that's another thing that keeps people, that's another mistake that people do. They kind of wait for something, or I'm going to make some more money, or style comes in all prices. You can look your best no matter how much, you'd be surprised at how little you can spend and really look your best. So I say don't wait. Do it now and feel good about yourself, and really shine. It's okay to shine. You deserve to be your best. So
I love that sign off. Does anybody have any questions? The CAB. Okay. There'll be a replay. Emma, any questions? There'll be a replay. I'll send it out Sunday in our newsletter. And I appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations.
thank
In
you.
so many ways, the website is absolutely gorgeous. We admire you for sticking it out. Like you
Thank
talked
you.
about some hard times with COVID, and you just weren't sure, and you got yourself a business coach. And thank you for being transparent and sharing that with us.
Thank you. Yes, I want to thank you for having me, for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts on styling, and also to share my website with you all. It's been so nice. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, please, they can message me on Facebook. You can give them my information. I'd be happy to talk to them. And I really love, it's a passion for me. So I really love it. So thank you so much.
Have a good night,
Okay.
everyone. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Bye.